in a world where baking is not just an art, but a battle for legends rise. Tonight, we witness history in the making. This is the arena of flour and fire, the proving ground of pastry. Welcome to the Battle of the Crazy Bakers. In this corner, the master of dairy, the lord of lipids, the one and only butter samurai, TAMASI70. He wields his butter knife, not as a tool, but as an extension of his soul, slicing through the very fabric of reality to achieve the perfect spread. And his challenger, a whirlwind of white gold, the human cyclone of confection, the flour hurricane, Sarah. When she spins, the world holds its breath, for where she steps, a blizzard of baking potential follows. Next, the mystic of the mixer, the guru of gluten, the dough whisperer, Muhammado. He communicates with yeast on a spiritual level, using ancient pastry energy to command dough to rise, bend, and obey his every thought. And finally, silent but deadly, the shadow of the sweet, the assassin of appetite, the pastry ninja! LAMLIJI. With movements too quick for the eye to follow, she transforms simple croissants into legendary shurikens of flavor. The challenge is set. The goal: create the greatest bread and pastry the world has ever seen. The time limit, 3 minutes. The bell rings, and the chaos begins. Look at Tamasi. He's churning butter with the intensity of a man launching a rocket into space. The friction is creating sparks. Is that even butter anymore? It's glowing! He screams a battle cry as he slaps it onto his dough with the force of a thunderclap. Meanwhile, Sarah is in trouble. She summoned a flour hurricane, but the dough has become sentient. It's growing, expanding, trying to consume her. She fights back, punching and kicking the monstrous blob of gluten, a true titan struggle in the heart of the kitchen. She's wrestling it into submission. What a comeback! And Muhammad, he's not even touching his creation. He's whispering to it. The dough trembles. It shivers, and then it begins to rise. Not just rise, it's erupting like a volcano of pure, unadulterated bread. A glorious, golden brown mountain of crust is forming before our very eyes. The whispers of a master at work. But where is LAMLIJI? There! A blur of motion. She's karate chopping a single croissant with such precision, such elegance, that it splits into 1,000 perfectly flaky layers. It's not just a pastry. It's a work of art that now glows with an ethereal light. The sheer perfection is blinding. Time is almost up. The pressure is mounting. All 4 masterpieces are placed into the sacred ovens, the holy portals of baking. The timers tick down. 3, 2, 1. A monumental explosion rocks the arena. All 4 ovens detonate in a synchronized blast of culinary glory. The world shifts into slow motion as a symphony of baked goods rains down from the heavens. A baguette, flying like a missile, connects squarely with Tamasiho's face. He goes down. A yogi donut, now a wheel of death, careens across the floor, narrowly missing LAMLIJI as she performs a graceful back. Muhammado slides across a slick of melted butter, catching his volcanic loaf just before it hits the ground. Sarah surfs on a giant cookie, triumphant. Out of the smoke and flour, a mysterious judge appears. The arena falls silent. First, he bites Tamasiho's butter-slammed bread. Sparks fly from his mouth. Then, he samples Sarah's conquered demon. A heavenly choir erupts from nowhere. He tries Muhammado's whispered volcano loaf, and a single confused chicken appears on the judging table. Finally, he tastes LAMLIJI's glowing, ninja-chopped croissant. The universe seems to pause. After a moment of intense, dramatic silence that feels like an eternity, the judge raises his hands. The verdict is in. They are all equally terrible and equally legendary. The crowd goes wild. The bakers unite in their magnificent failure, look at each other, and grin. They grab handfuls of flour and hurl them into the air in a joyous celebration. A chaotic ballet of white powder that envelops everything until the screen fades to pure white. The battle is over, but the legend of the crazy bread masters has just begun. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more epic adventures.